Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we will continue studying games of Ashot Anastasian, and I want to show you another 3 episodes, and I want to start with this game against Vyacheslav Didishko, 2545, Yerevan Chess Olympiad 1996, played on 24th of September. And here in this position, black is having very decent position, something like b6, and black does not have problems. Vyacheslav played f5, trying to open up a file and put pressure on e4 pawn. And this kind of positions, Anastasian was playing very strong and very carefully, without giving any hopes, any opportunities to his opponents. And bishop takes c5, the strongest continuation. D takes c and a4, fixing queen side, not allowing any b5 ideas. Bishop h6, rook c3, queen f6, knight f1, because knight doesn't do much on h2. Knight is coming to e3, maybe later on to c4. Queen d6, knight e3, bishop takes e3, rook takes e3. Now white is threatening e4 takes f5, f4, and rook b3. This is already very unpleasant position for black. b6, bishop g4. Our bishop on f3 doesn't do much. That's why we very much need to trade these bishops. And here very unexpected blunder by such a high-rated and such a strong player like Vyacheslav Didishko. Anyway, position is very unpleasant, but maybe you can trade the bishops and start protecting your b6 pawn, rook d8, and he simply blundered queen a6. So b6 is hanging. If you take bishop g4, I do have rook b6, intermediate move. And of course, rook b8, bishop takes d7, queen d7, rook b6, completely winning position. And without giving any hopes, Anastasian won this game. It was f3, rook c1, takes rook b8, takes rook c5. If queen h3, queen e6 is coming. King g7, queen e6 anyway, takes. e5 is hanging. Now rook b5, very classy move. And the point is being rook b5, a takes b, and if king e6, if I'm not mistaken, here f4 move is finishing the game. And e takes f, I'm just playing b6. And then I'm threatening b7. If you go king d6 or king d7, then I'm pushing e5 and then e6. So it was rook d8, e7, king takes rook e5, rook takes a5. Yes, doesn't matter rook e4 or any other move. White is completely winning. Rook b4, king g3, rook takes b2, rook b5, a5. In 2025, no doubts, all of us would resign with the black pieces. But for some reason, Vyacheslav decided to play, maybe because of the game. It was Chess Olympiad. King e6, h4, king f6, f3, rook b6, and now a6 and h5. Rook h6. It's completely winning position. Nicely played game by Anastasian. first taking on c5, then going a4, fixing opponent's queen side, and then playing knight f1, knight e3, bringing the knight to c4, forcing opponent to take bishop e3, rook e3, and also threatening e4 takes f5, again forcing opponent to play f4, and then rook b3, attacking on b7, bishop g4, trading the light squared bishops. Very classic game against very high rated and strong opponent. Yes, when I was analyzing Anastasian's games, um, I saw this game and I liked the following move and the following idea by Anastasian very much. Yes, we are having very weird position. White is having pair of bishops, but hard to say what this bishop is doing on g3. Looking at opponent's pawn chain, and bishop on e2 also doesn't do much. Yes, if you push d5, then you are always giving very good outpost for the knight on c5. If you push c4, c5, then black is simply taking with the b pawn. And here in this position, you can pause the video. And Anastasian is playing against another legendary Armenian chess player, Rafael Bagania, 1996, 6th of May, Petrosian Kasparian Memorial. Knight b1. Knight is heading to a3 and then b5. And if you take bishop b5, of course, I can improve my pawn structure by capturing with the c pawn. And if you don't, then you are always having problems with c7 pawn. So king f8, the strongest continuation. King g7. And now, what is better? What is slightly better? But Paganian decided to bluff. He went rook h8. And another classy move by Anastasian, but not the strongest. Computer likes long castle, or even just takes, and then knight c7. No doubts, Rafael Vaganian saw this, and he prepared maybe some rook h1, bishop f1, some knight h5. But I guess after knight h5, bishop d6 tactical ideas are working, and queen d6 there is knight e8. For example, this, if you try, I just take on d6. Most likely not the only solution, but I think quite beautiful, and white is winning the queen. So it was king d2, rook takes, knight f8, and now white already doesn't have much because our rook on h1 doesn't do anything, surprisingly. And now c5, b takes c, d takes c, d takes c. Here knight c7 would have been slightly more precise than c4, knight d8, strongest continuation, again the strongest continuation. And here after king g8, computers are showing that rook h6, king g7, rook h5, at the moment attacking on g5, game should end in a draw. Vaganian played knight e5, bishop e5, f takes c, and here after queen e1, white is having huge advantage with the ideas to go queen h1. So Anastasian went f4, e takes f, g takes f, king g6, f4, trying to open up the position, e takes, queen e2, and here, surprisingly or not, white does not have anything more than perpetual check, and game ended in a draw. Yes, I like this idea of Anastasian going knight b1, knight a3, and knight b5 against another legendary Armenian chess player, Rafael Bagania. And I also very much like this game. Anastasian is facing Milan Matulovic, 1995, May, Ankara, Turkey, a zonal tournament. And here black could go simply g5, having unpleasant position, but still holdable. knight c8, and here Milan Matulovic blunders or um, did not evaluate precisely the following rook endgame after bishop c6. Yes, I am threatening bishop b7, bishop d5, rook b7, and if takes, rook b8. And let's say if you take rook a4, rook c8, king g7, rook c6, and now the problem is being for black that after rook c5, they are going to lose another pawn on d5 or a5, and position is lost according to engines. But Anastasian just goes f3. Slowly he wants to play king f4, king e5, or maybe king f4, e4, knight d6, king f4. Yes, threatening already king e5, f6, stopping king e5, g5. And here Matulovic played king f7. Another option was f takes g, king e5, knight takes b5, a takes b, rook e2, and now rook f2. Somehow black still does not lose the game. So king f7, e4, and here Matulovic went wrong. The strongest continuation is to play king e6 if you take on d5 and then on f6 king e6. If you play g takes f, then some g5 ideas, and black is not losing the game. King g5, d takes c, king e3, rook a3. So Matulovic didn't play king e6, d takes c, f takes c, f takes g, and another classic move, king e5. And here after rook c1, white is completely winning, but Anastasian did not see this, did not play it, I would say. No doubts he saw it. King d5, g4, bishop d3, threatening e5, rook a3, e5, takes c takes d, and surprisingly or not, this endgame is drawn up to this position. Yes, and here king c8, another huge blunder by Matulovic, because just simple d7 and then king c6. I'm threatening rook g8, rook c3, king d6. But Anastasian did not see this. Anyway, king c8, such a huge and massive blunder that even king c6 move is enough. Yes, this position is winning. Maybe already Matulovic noticed that d7 is coming. That's why he went king d8. This and now takes. But anyway, he got his chance later on. Now rook d2 is the only winning move. So this, and now king c5. After king c5, black still holds this endgame. So it was rook b3. But this is already very easy win for white, for Anastasian. Yes, and a8 is coming. For this video, dear friends, I analyzed or I prepared these three games. Hope you liked them. Please uh, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you do have any uh, stories connected with Ashot Anastasian, please in our comments section tell us about them. Thank you very much, and see you in my upcoming videos. Thank you.